I'll tell you, I had my wife had a terrible experience with JetBlue trying to get out of Florida and get home, and they canceled the flight. Remember, when I was talking to her, she was delayed, but they ended up canceling it.
You said she was going to get canceled.
Yeah, I figured it was coming, and it came, and they were so rude at they were put off by the fact that people were annoyed that they couldn't get a flight, and they ended up giving her a flight on the 22nd, Monday. 5 days. They don't offer lodging, anything like that. If there wasn't a house down there, it was...
And there's laws now where they have to compensate you.
Here's how they got around it. You're correct. And she asked about that because she said, what is going on? She said, I'm hearing everybody's JFK got canceled, Newark got canceled. What's going on in New York? They said it's traffic. And the way he explained it, he goes, if you got 3 lanes and 6 planes, we can't do it. So she said, okay, give me the money back. And so then they come back and they go, it's traffic because of weather. Because weather's the one thing they don't have to, because it's your safety.
Right.
So they don't have to compensate you.
But what they always do is they fuck up and they start off by telling the truth.
Correct. And then they have to backtrack.
They start off by saying, we have a mechanical issue.
Right.
So the minute they do, that's when I email Delta.
You go right for it, right?
For it, man. Boom. I'm going to get my paper trail set up. And they did it on that flight to Jackson. And it ended up being 4 hours. And we're going back and forth. So then I go on my app and I start to look at my flights. And everything now to requalify for Diamond status is how much money you spend. So you have to spend $35,000. So and they used to, anytime you flew on a Delta flight, electronically it would send you the breakdown of your receipt, what the fare was, what the taxes were. That's no longer there because now, like I'm looking at a flight that I got coming up to Munich. And the flight's $8,000. And I look on my sheet of coming up, and they're getting ready to credit me $1,114, which must be what a coach ticket is. So they're thinking I'm not going to catch this. So now I go back through from Atlanta to Huntsville, but from Daytona Beach to Daytona Beach to Atlanta to Jackson, it's like $212 I got credited. I look up the flights. I can't find a flight for less than $1,200. I get a guy on the thing yesterday. I get him on the phone, and I'm like, this is a fucking scam. You're scamming me. This is... Like you, because I've already got an American Express card, and I won't get an American Express card, and I won't use your Delta American Express card to get that, to spend $60,000 or say $35,000 on my American Express. You're trying to fuck me, and you think I'm some idiot, but I got 3 million miles. So I said the problem is this, sir. I said 99% of the time, when I have an issue and I talk to somebody at the Diamond desk, I said, they have 20 years less experience than I do in dealing with the airlines and dealing with, I'll sit there and I'll tell a person, no, it's this flight number, it's this time. And they're like, I can't find that, sir. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm on your fucking site. How do you not fucking find this? And I'm just like, give me some. And as soon as you say, give me somebody else, bitch, you just went from being Diamond 3 billion miles to being a cocksucker, and you're going to be on hold for 15 fucking minutes. So you might as well just say, you know what? Fuck you. You don't know what you're doing. If this is your job, you probably should have a backup, then hang up the phone.
I tweeted, and I put JetBlue in the tweet about what happened, and they wrote me and gave me a DM link and said, click the DM link and let us know what we can do. See, when she was on the phone one-on-one, nope, no flights, and she ends up having to book it for the 22nd. And the shithead at the desk, who she was having an issue with, when she walked away, she was on the phone with me. I said, you sure you got the flight? You sure? She's like, yeah, I got it. She gets away. She goes on the app. He never did it, the prick. So she gets on the phone. She books it. So I tweet, and they write me back. I told them the whole story, a maniacal but well thought out recounting of the entire unprofessional, awful time. Yeah, that was the tweet. And then I just dropped in the DM that they sent me, everything that happened, everything that my wife runs a nonprofit. She flies kids to competitions. She used JetBlue last year for 50 tickets for parents. I think this is an ongoing business. So I put all that in there. Suddenly there's a flight Saturday. So she's on that. But I had to fucking tweet it to my, compared to you, pathetic 12,000 people. One-on-one on the phone, they ain't giving you a dick.
Doesn't matter.
12,000.
If you can get 3 people not to use that airline, that's a win, man.
Right.
Fuck
right.
them. I told the guy that I got the guy I talked to yesterday I think I could tell that he had been there fucking probably 20 years. Because he was the only person that, when I said, this is a scam, I said, explain to me. He says, you know what? He said, I can't, but can you hold on? I said, before you put me on hold, I said, after 2 minutes, I said, I'm done and I'm going to be hitting my ex. I'm going to be dropping a bomb on you fuckers. So just know. And he said, no, I'll be right back. So he came back and he goes, okay, what they're telling me is, and he gives me this whole rundown. And I said, are you buying it? He goes, no. I said, yeah. I said, okay. I said, so we're on the same page. He says, yeah. I said, I think what it is with Delta, I said, I think because United and American are so fucking bad that you know that somebody that flies first class wants a premium air. American isn't even, it's not even in the discussion anymore. You get on an American flight and their entertainment system is a fucking harness that holds your phone sideways. That's your entertainment system.
You bring your own air system.
Yeah, you bring your entertainment. You better bring a tablet and turn that bit sideways and plug into their fucking Wi-Fi because they ain't got shit. And I'm just like, wow, all the motherfuckers that live in Dallas, if that's their hub, and they really don't have many choices. And it was so funny because he said, it's funny you say that because my wife, she said, what do they call it? My in-laws live in Chicago. And he said, when we fly, he goes, it's just, if we try to fly Delta, it ends up taking us to Denver or Salt Lake City, and then because they fly free. So he said, it's just easier for us to fucking take a direct flight into Chicago on United. He says, but my God, he goes, every time we fly with them, he said, it's to go through fucking Chicago. And Chicago, I remember when I first got in the business, you would walk through Chicago and be like, this is a functional airport. Now, it's not like I fucking grew. It's just that for some reason, and they do it in Atlanta now too, so where the people just, they stand like in the fucking, like in the middle of the terminal at these 2 fucking packs, and there's barely like this 2-person, and you gotta fucking scream it. It's just like, man.
Yeah.
Traveling is a motherfucker.
Oh, it's awful. But I do want to thank Jamie and Sue of JetBlue, who, when they saw the tweet, jumped on and said, what can we do? And I told them the whole thing. They said, pick a time Saturday. Here's 3 times. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, let my people go.
But Sue and Jamie, thank you very much.